Welcome back to another one of my videos. Let me show you one of my latest mods. This is actually a temporary modification, but what I have going on here is a screen door, obviously. My 2020 Winnebago View had basically a screen door, a retractable screen door, and if you have one of those, you will know that based on after using it for a while, you'll probably figure out it's eventually going to break, and mine did break. I will show you in the future how I repair this, but in the meantime I needed to get a screen door up really quick. So let me show you inside how this works. If you look at this screen door, it's basically up here, installed here with Velcro. Really easy to install. Now on a scale of 1 to 10, the installation is about a 1. It's as simple as it gets. You just lay down a Velcro strip on your frame here, and then this one goes on here. And you enter just via, it sticks together by itself with magnets. There are some drawbacks to it. You know, the magnets do like to stick on anything metal, so your stairs, if you don't have it right, it will stick on your stairwell. But overall, I guess in an emergency situation, it'd be nice to get a screen up really quick, because fixing the actual retractable screen door is a little bit tougher, and I needed to get a screen door up immediately. And actually, I don't really mind it. I'm going to show you that some of my modifications don't go as well as originally planned. I did originally have a white screen here. It looked really good on paper, I'll call it, but once I put it up, I realized that it gets dirty really easy, and it's actually hard to see through when sunlight shines on it. So this darker one you can actually see through. The other drawback is, if you look online, the total width is a big problem. Now this is my third screen I've purchased. Some I have to return, but they're all larger than what they state. If they state on a dimension from here to here, it's 28 inches. Sometimes it comes out as 29, 30 inches. So you have to watch out for that. But I made this one basically fit. I'll put a link in the description, but it is still too big. It actually hangs over the edge a little bit. But that's the best one I could find out of all of them to fit there without any cutting or trimming. It's a little bit taller than necessary, so I wrapped it up here. But I'll show you some footage of the white one that I put in and how I installed it. But overall, like I said, you put a piece of Velcro down each side, and then up on top, because it's taller than the door, I've wrapped it up and put a piece of Velcro up on top. But this way, at least you can get a screen in right away. I'll cut to some footage right now, and hopefully you enjoy. Before I assemble this frame all back together, I'm going to give you a little bit of rundown what it takes to take this frame off. It's a little bit more work than what it looks like, but let me take this piece off here first. This is the header piece, and you're going to see the two corners. There's a corner piece there. It's going to slide off here. Let me see if I can keep it on there. But this is the header piece here. I'll put this to the side here. Let's go back up, and over on this side you're going to see this corner piece here. You'll see a little screw hole on there. It's attached up there. So there's a screw up here. You'll have to remove that screw that's going to be under there. That will take this piece off. Same thing for this corner here. This corner piece fell down here, but same thing, it has a little screw hole here. And then this is on the hinge side. This piece here just slides into here like that. It just presses into here. There's a little groove in there. And then over, once you put it in, you'll see all the screw holes. The screws go along there. And then, like I mentioned down at the bottom, this piece here has sticky tape and caulking. So this is in there really good. You'll have to cut this piece out. Then on top of it, the screen door itself is on a track. It slides in here. This piece here slides into that track that I showed you. So in order to take this screen door out, you'll have to take this entire frame out with the door, and then you can take it apart. Now, if you're gonna get your own, let me give you some suggestions on these measurements. Let's look at my measurements right now. So it looks like I have about 28 5/8 inch wide. This new screen I have here, this is actually my third version of the screens. I'm showing you this because not all of my modifications go that smoothly. This one here, you can see how I had to cut it to make it fit. And let's see the rest here. And here, you see I had to cut it to make it fit, and I really didn't like that. So I'm going to use this one. The thing I've learned is, now this is my third version that I purchased. This one I purchased and I cut, so I can't really return. I got another version, and if you look at Amazon, they actually give you dimensions, like the outside dimensions. And out of all three of them, what I learned is that every one of them were about an inch off. So let me, I'll give you a product link of what I ultimately ended up going with. But all the ones I purchased were actually wider, so I could put it flush with this side, but I could not put it flush to this side. They were actually bigger. Every one of them were about an inch bigger, so I had to wrap it around. And when you wrap it around, that's the odd condition you get down by the stairwell on both sides. So ideally, you don't want to wrap it around, unless if you don't have that condition down below. Here's the finished project. This is a new screen door that I got from Amazon. Relatively inexpensive, but here's an overall what it looks like from the inside to out. I bought the screen door in white. You can get this in black. You know, most of the standard color is black. But the issue that I see with the white, if you want to consider it an issue, is anytime, if you're familiar with solar shades, if you have a light color like this, the white, the light reflects back. So the problem with it is it's really hard to see outside. You don't get a very good visual. So the darker you go, you can actually see better outside. Same for outside, you'll be able to see better in. So from the outside, it's hard to see, and you do get the privacy. It doesn't mean it doesn't let light in. It actually lets light in. It's very bright, but the problem is you can't really see well because it reflects the light back. That's really it. I don't know if it's enough for me to make a change to the black one, but knowing that, I may have done that. And in this corner, because there's a corner piece, I did have to cut the corner like this to make the Velcro go in. So I should glue this so this doesn't end up fraying really bad. And then on this edge, I just have the Velcro wrapped around. And going down to the bottom, the one challenge I ran into was here where it transitions from the stairs. Unless if I cut it more, it looks pretty goofy, as you can see. I'll likely fix that. And for a little over 20 bucks, I think this screen door turned out pretty good. If you want to go through it, you don't have to open anything. It's just on with magnets, so you just basically walk right through. And without fixing that corner, it looks like this. So I will end up fixing that. And then it's all adjustable. Let's go back inside. So this is adjustable, as in it doesn't touch the floor all the way. All I need to do is loosen the Velcro up here and just adjust it the 3/8 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch that I need to adjust it to touch the floor. But that's really it. I hope you like videos like this, but I highly recommend this because that screen door is going to break sometime in the future. And if you have this done already, you don't have to use it. You can just take this off, unvelcro it, fold it up in its original bag and put it away. And when that time comes, you'll be ready to go. And maybe you'll even use this as a permanent setup where you can keep the original screen door in the open position, because what you can do is on this one, you can actually, let me see, shut the door without making any, without it breaking. And if you have that screen door, I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. But it doesn't impact the screen at all. You can't break it. The only thing it's not set up for is keeping this screen door in the open position. I'll have to come up with some kind of magnets or something to keep it in the open position. But overall, I think this is definitely a win. Let me open this door here. This definitely a good setup. Like I said, until I get those magnets fixed down below, you can see it just closes by itself. Now, if you have pets, this is not going to work great because they can just run out the door. But if you're in a heavily buggy area, better than not having a screen at all. Okay, well that's the end of this video. If you see, I'll walk out. All I have to do is open up the door or the screen. Now with this lighting, it's kind of tough to see, but the other thing is that you can actually just shut the door. You don't need to retract the screen. I'll show you what it looks like from the inside with the door shut. Oop, need to turn that light on. There you go. So it just splits open by itself. You don't need to do anything special. The only thing it did not come with is if you want to actually leave the screen open, you might have to come up with something to keep it propped open. The one bad thing up on the top, because it's connected on the top, is this screen door will not open all the way. You can see here, so you kind of have to duck down. If you're a little bit taller, you'll have to duck down to get through it. But for a little over $20, I think that's a pretty good fix. This is something you could keep folded inside its own package. You can keep it folded in its own package. Now you can see I have like 2 other screens here that I went through the trial and error on. But you can keep it folded away and tucked away, or you can use the combination of having both. But like I mentioned, that retractable screen is going to break on you one day, and might as well be prepared for it. That's really it. Hopefully you enjoyed videos like this. Now if you've made it through the video this far, and if you haven't subscribed, please click that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. I will see you on the next video.